What's up, everybody? It's Amira back at it again with the non-white fans. Remember that reference nobody uses anymore and is outdated, or maybe canceled? I don't know. But at the same time, I use that reference because we're going to be talking about cartoons that need a callback. 10. I did talk about cartoons that were canceled and that was messed up because there has to be like some type of formula for Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, Disney, etc., even Disney XD, etc., where they have these amazing cartoons. They cancel it for reasons, mainly because they really want a younger viewer to see it, like younger than teenagers, because certain cartoons were getting popularity, hence Steven Universe, but they want a younger audience to watch it. So their formula is they're going to have them have a movie and then it gets canceled, or they have like a last shebang and you never hear of them again. With Cartoon Network, for some reason, they'll have like a showing of it on a commercial as if it's still on Cartoon Network. Like, I wonder what happened to Adventure Time or something like that. So I figured have my own list, because I'm sure there's plenty of people on YouTube that have lists of cartoons they wish to have, or have like a voting system. But this is my opinion. You can add in the comments what you think would be best or what you think should be added, because I know 10 isn't a lot and it's not a final one. I'll do another one some other time. But let's get right into it. Being proactive. The first one is Teen Titans. I am so tired of watching Teen Titans go, and I'm just like getting nostalgia, but it's not the right one. The right one is Teen Titans, where I'm used to watching it being serious. DC is known for dark and gloomy, and even like seeing Teen Titans Go, it just doesn't fit well with the characters, like the villains that they have. Now that they edit it to make it seem silly and everything's all happy-go-lucky, like Marvel, but it's it's just kind of like the only serious moments is like learning lessons, which I get it. It's a cartoon and it's for kids, but when I was growing up, Teen Titans Go had funny moments, but the majority it stick to the storyline with Slade and Tara and other enemies that I forgot name. They like play on it and show that anything can happen, but it's stories like Raven being a portal, and then also her father, which I thought was Satan at first, but no, he's like kind of in that spectrum of like because he's evil, he uses her to enter into the earth realm. Sound like Mortal Kombat, but just kind of like in that sense. And then it's just really good because of the fact that it had a great storyline. The cartoon, like the drawings, the animation was great. Maybe like maybe because I grew up watching it, I'm saying like all this goodness. I wanted to know why they switched it, because it's like, hey, guess what? Teen Titans is coming back. Yes, I'm so happy. And then it comes to Teen Titans Go, and it's like, what is this? Even the theme song is different. I don't understand this. Bring it back. Bring it back. Alright, so the next one, number 2, is Chowder. If you're too young to remember Chowder, I think it came, well, these are generally from 2000 to now cartoons, but I would usually say before 2000 to 2011, or actually not true, because I have something I already mentioned on here. So up till now, But the ones that just need a recall, and Chowder is one of them because of the fact that it was a funny cartoon. It was about a kid being an apprentice chef or a wannabe chef that was apprenticed to a chef, and each character, excuse me, has like a name of a food with them, like schnitzel, mundal, panini, all these characters, and I love the cartoon characters' names and the voice act, like, come on, what are you doing here? Like, those are amazing. And they also mix, kind of like Gumball, they mix different media of animation, clay animation, 2D animation. It was really cool. And it teaches kids. I still don't understand how that got canceled when it is childish, but anybody can watch it. But I still go in a sense of they canceled it for no reason and they've moved on. Cartoon Network does have a habit of canceling things. Even Adult Swim has done it. So they're not very innocent for doing certain things like that, just canceling out of nowhere. And then you'll have something like Johnny Test. Oh, God. I think I'm going to do a list of horrible cartoons, in my opinion, of like what should have been banned. Not banned, but trashed. Alright, so the next one I'm doing is Miss Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. I probably butchered that name. So it's Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. And this is number 3. It's a good cartoon. Like, I'm going to stop saying it's a good cartoon. But the reason why is because if you were a kid, well, chances are you had, if you were a kid, of course you were a kid, had one chance of life, even me. But, and, sorry. So, if you were, I'm going to keep saying that, if you were a kid, sorry. Alright, let's go back. When I was a kid, I watched Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends because there was a lot of friends that I had that, or like when I was younger, I had friends you couldn't see. So now this story goes on that, and then it talks about the the fact that they're adopted. There's this home for imaginary friends where you can adopt them. They're just like staying at this like shelter-based house and orphanage, basically. And if you find a friend there, you can adopt it. How cute is that? That's not something that should have been canceled, because talking about kids that have like imagination, and it goes vast, where they have imaginary friends, and saying like there's nothing wrong with that, but to like, I just wish they give a reason for why they canceled things, but they don't. And it's so upsetting, because as an adult it's like, yeah, we have Boomerang, but Boomerang doesn't bring back all the cartoons that you want to see. It's kind of like catch-22, because, and then plus you have to purchase that. Like a lot of streaming has certain cartoons. They used to have Courage the Cowardly Dog. I want to add this as a bonus. That's the bonus one. Bonus round, Courage the Cowardly Dog was good. It was scary. Like, and it was weird where it's not like, oh my god, I'm gonna have nightmares, but some scenes and the episodes were creepy. And I'm not gonna bring up number, like, I don't do editing where I show clips. I'll just show like pictures of what's going on. I'm not that advanced, but yeah. Mrs. I always thought it was Mrs. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, but like, again, I'm butchering it. But I just looked it up, and I forgot. So then we're gonna edit that out. Has anybody ever watched this YouTuber called Blasphemous? He'll be like, I'm gonna edit that out. It's funny. So the next one, which is number 4, um, I'm talking about Steven Universe. So this is more of um, today, like it's not in the early 2000s. Um, but the reason why I'm actually like I cosplayed as Garnet like last year or 2 years ago, and it was upsetting to see. And like again, the formula for Cartoon Network is as soon as they say we're gonna have a movie, and that means they're going to cancel it. So actually, yeah, last year they and that's when I cosplayed Garnet. They had no, it was yeah 2 years ago. They had last year the movie in 2019, where it's just like makes no sense because they have a huge fan base, and whether you think that Steven Universe has a like a fandom, like a crazy fandom or not, it's up to debate, or it's up to your opinion. Um, because I'm, I guess you could say I'm part of that fandom, but I don't get offended and I don't get like, oh my gosh, you need to stop hating or whatever they say, because I'm more a spectator where I watch as outside, and like Rick and Morty, after that Szechuan sauce, everybody was going fanatic about. There was people outside looking in on those lines and realizing that, we tortured those McDonald's employee workers, outraging because the sauce was out. I digress about that because that's not more of a child kid cartoon, but I'm sure there's probably some kids that watch it. But yeah, Steven Universe was good. The animation, the colors, I like the fact that the idea was there's gems, and they also have like superpowers, and so does Steven, and spoiler alert, I guess. And then to find out, I feel like I'm behind a lot of people because I wasn't watching it as much as I should have. Like, there's this couple of seasons that I missed. I think I was on season 4 or 5, mainly because I didn't have cable, but I digress about that. And we're going to go to the next one, Marvelous Adventures, number 5, Marvelous Fish Adventures of Flapjack. Yes, I had to look at my book. Look, I have a book, and I wrote down the cartoons so I can continue to not like, so I could continue the pace of conversation and figure out what I want to say. So it's easier. I don't have a script because then I'll be looking at that like the whole time. So Marvel's Adventures, I was in high school when this came out. So I'm going to say 2008 or 9. Then it got canceled in 2010. They didn't have a movie for it, but it was really good. The cartoon was based off of a kid, don't know where his parents were, but he was like his partner in crime was Captain Knuckles, and they would go on these crazy adventures and eat candy. While the whale was more of the moral sense of like, don't do that, but she still let him eat candy, so I don't know, I don't think she was that much of like the moral or like, the conscience. And, they got Captain, like, Knuckles, and they have Candy Larry, the bartender, and it was good. The animation was hideous. It's like so weird. and every episodes will be worse. Like, but it was purposely done, so it was so funny. And then this, my sense of humor is weird, and it's not bad, but like I like the laughter of Flapjack. It's just like I'm getting uh like nostalgia. Oh my gosh, why did they cancel that? Each time I bring up a cartoon, I'm like, why did they cancel it? I need answers. And so the next one, which is number 6, is definitely I need answers. Adventure Time? What? Like, just like Steven Universe, it has a fandom, and it's not as bad, I don't think, because um, Adventure Time, everybody was watching it, and if they was just more worried about a young fan base, at least they was having viewers, and it's like, I don't know why these cartoons are canceled, but the purpose of them is for entertainment, right? So at least, but I guess their main thing is that the teenagers are not enough. Like, I would be still watching Adventure Time if it wasn't for the cancellation, which also, I believe, yeah, it had a movie too. And I'm just still upset that these cartoons are good, and then they put like cartoons that are bad and keep them on there to hold them afloat. Not to say that there were bad cartoons that Cartoon Network had, but like Disney and um, Nickelodeon, they're up to like they're questionable. Like seriously, because some of these cartoons that they put on that after they canceled another one, because before I think like Marvelous Misadventures and Foster Home for Imaginary Friends, like they were on and then they canceled and then they had Adventure Time and regular show. And I was skeptical because I was like, what the hell is this? And then when I started watching, I was like, oh, this is good. Every time I started getting into a cartoon, they cancel it. And that's what happened to Adventure Time, number 6, and number 7, which is regular show. I kept throwing it up like 3 or 4 times. But it was bound to be put on the list because there is definitely, this was like more of an like teenage show, because Rigby and Mordecai were in their 20s, their early 20s, and they were slackers. But there's plenty of movies with famous duo. Shout out to Bill and Ted. They have like slacker duo trio movies. So I don't know. I wish I worked there. Nah, probably I wouldn't have any power because of the fact that there's gotta be some ringleader that's saying, no, we need more viewers than this. Cancel it. Or they're just doing it for fun now. So the next one, which is not a Cartoon Network cartoon, which I was trying to not make just more mainly Cartoon Network cartoons, but I have a lot. They have a great variety of cartoons. Um, was Gravity Falls. I almost forgot the name. I watched the whole, like, I understand why Gravity Falls was not on no more, because if you watch it from its whole entirety, which I don't know if Disney had played it like that, because I watched it on Netflix or Hulu, I forgot, but yeah, it's off because it's done. The show is done. Now that makes sense better than, but I wish that they had more because the storyline was great. The cartoon, like, the animation was amazing, and the voice acting was awesome. So, like, it kept you intrigued if they were even doing like a filler episode. You couldn't tell because they would always backtrack and put you like they're not stringing you along. Is what I'm saying. So it was more than just hey here's a kid friendly cartoon. There's a like kids do like cartoons that have storyline and challenge their mind and want them to do things. And this was not like Blue's Clues kind of thing. It was actually an adventure. And it's time for the next one. No. Okay, so now we're at number 9. Then we're going back to Cartoon Network, and we're going into the early 2000s. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. That was what a cartoon. Like I wish that they brought this back. That theme of how like scary cartoons like Courage the Cowardly Dog. This and there was other cartoons like that. Like Gravity Falls had like a scary-ish kind of theme. But yeah, because you know, it's mainly a bunch of challenges of getting kids intrigued by different cartoons, but at the same time, majority of parents, this sounds so ignorant, are just putting out some cartoons and letting them watch anything they want. No, I'm kidding. But it is about 2 kids, a girl and a boy, Billy and Mandy, that meet the Grim Reaper. They play a game against the Reaper, trying to get him to be pretty much like has the premise of Fairly Odd Parents. I do not know why I didn't put that on the list, but that's another bonus list on this list. Put that on the list. Fairly Odd Parents, because when they win, spoiler alert if you haven't watched it, he becomes their Grim Reaper and do as their bidding whenever they want for like eternity. So, and for some reason I don't know why the Grim Reaper has a Jamaican accent. I was just like, what is going on with this cartoon? It's hilarious, and I feel like if they kept it on and just having like, because there are, not gonna lie, a lot of young parents that are my age that well, that's appropriate age, I don't know, but like that are older now, and then they were my age during the time, and now they're older and my age, and they have like kids. Like it's hard to find cartoons to say this is what I used to watch, because Netflix takes them off for some reason, and then Hulu doesn't keep it. Like, what's the habit of having something that people enjoy and then taking it off and then putting something nobody really watches? That doesn't make sense. I don't know. So the next one and the last one, I digress about that because you fill in the blank. I put too many run-on sentences, like the last one, number 10 is Avatar, The Last Airbender. Some people argue that the Airbender movie was horrible, which it was, but the argument is Avatar, The Last Airbender an anime? I left that space to see if you would say yes or no. My opinion is no. I don't think it's an anime. It can compete with animation. Wow. It can compete with anime, but the reason why I say it's not anime is because they didn't have a manga or a book before the cartoon, the animation. They actually had the cartoon first, and then they had the books. And then also, like, it's not just, oh, it's not a manga because it's not Japanese. It's actually, it's just like, now I take it back. Is it? Could it be considered? I'm sticking with no still because of the fact that, um, the animation that we see is not the same way. I don't know. Okay, that's the thing. I don't have a real explanation because at first I was like, but now that I'm thinking about it, what makes an anime an anime? And what makes an animation animation? Should it be what's the difference or not? And by the way, if you like the shirt that I got, I'm not sponsored, but you know, it's cute. It's from Kmart. It was like, it was 14, but then they slashed the price. So I think it was like 7 altogether. And then I got leggings to wear. But, you know, I'm trying to do my thug fizzle, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm done. But, Last Airbender, I don't have to, do I have to make an introduction? The Avatar. At first, when Avatar, the movie, like, that, who was that? I think, not Steven Spielberg. I forgot who made, Avatar, the movie. Like, I thought it was the Last Airbender, but then it was this blue people, and it was just like Pocahontas all over again, and I was like, ah, crap. But then, when they did a live action freaking, dang, I forgot the name of the actor. I mean, the actor. It doesn't matter. He was making trash movies for a long period of time. After, no. What is his name? I don't care. Okay. I do care, but, like, I'm having a brain fart because it's just like I haven't been talking about movies in a long time. And the last thing I talked about was what? Oh yeah, the oh gosh, MTV Awards. And this time I was just like, well, I don't put up a lot of videos, as you can see. I do apologize for that, but yes, the M. Night Shyamalan, there we go. I figured if I just talk about him a lot that it would happen. So, anyways, this video has gone up to a certain amount that I would prefer it to be. So, anyway, I hope you like this video. I'm looking forward to more on my days off. Guess I'm back to work. So I'm going to try to make more videos. I am in the process of moving, so I don't know if I'm going to make anything during that time. I might, depends. But if anything, I'll do video game with commentary then, if I can, because these headphones don't mix up. They don't, I don't know what the hell it's, the Bluetooth is not capable of matching with this cell phone. I got a new phone because the other one, the battery died. This one only goes up to 80% because probably the battery is bad. You know, I feel like you should just stick with the new name phones, even though they cost like rent. But, alright guys, thank you for watching. And my name's Amira, and I'm out. Woo!